Welcome back to Switzerland. We are Naik and Kim, a Belgian couple who traveled the world for a year and a half before turning this Ford Transit into a camper van that we now live and travel in full time. We're currently enjoying van life Switzerland and have spent the past few weeks enjoying the snow and bucket list worthy views in the Swiss Alps. But things have also been a bit difficult for us lately on a more personal level, which is something that we want to share in this video.
Good morning guys, welcome back to Switzerland.
Welcome back. We are at an altitude of 2,000 meters. We already drove up 1,000 meters today, I think, which is already a great feat. I feel tired, I can feel it in my muscles.
We've had an exceptionally productive morning driving up here.
Yeah, we are now at the Simplon Pass, which is actually just the road that passes through the mountain to Italy. If we just go a few kilometers that way, we will be in Italy. But it's a really beautiful area here. Very sunny today, although
very sunny, but super windy.
Yeah. Whoa, what's this?
So it's quite cold because it is freezing, -2, and it is a very chilly wind. But we're gonna do a little hike here near the Simplon Pass, hopefully. So, where is the beginning of the trail?
Should be right there. But yeah.
Go that way.
Yeah, but the route actually goes that way and comes back this way.
That seems a lot nicer than just this road, but so it is.
Kim has spoken, the Grandmaster. Can't see myself with these sunglasses on. Alright, so I think behind me, sky is super blue. You think weather is awesome, couldn't be better, but then turn 180 degrees, not 360, because then you would be at the same spot again, but 180. It looks like there's a winter storm coming in, but yeah, I mean, we're pretty high up here, and wow, just look at these clouds, how fast they move above me here. It's crazy. Look at this.
This would be a lot easier if I could feel my fingers. I can't really.
It kind of looks ridiculous now because there's like super grey clouds behind you and you're putting on sunscreen. Wait. Now you look like a normal person.
Much better. Okay. Am I good?
Perfect.
Okay. You're right, I can't see anything when I put the sunglasses on. Anyway, it is very sunny up here on one side. But whoa, those clouds. I've never seen anything like this. Look at that.
It's just rolling down.
Holy damn.
Wait, let's make a quick time lapse.
We don't need a time lapse for this. Just look at this.
Wow, we're just 10 minutes into our walk and I love it. I love how the scenery changes and there's like a bit of a valley here. It's in between the ridges of the mountain. Really nice.
There are actually people, what do you call it? Para skiing? No, kite skiing I think it is.
Kite skiing?
Like kite surfing, what you do on water. He's doing that on the snow with skis.
It's super windy. I mean, it looks crazy.
He's a blue thing off in the distance over there. I
wonder how he got up there.
He came from all the way, and there's one more. That is just insane. Sort of hard to imagine that anyone could live here, especially in winter, but people actually do live here. I mean, look at that house. Look at the front door. I mean, the risk of getting snowed in up here is very real. That's crazy, but the scenery is also really nice.
probably the reason why they have these split door and hatches, so they like can crawl into their house when they need to, when the door is not readily available. Crazy to think like that. I mean, even just where we walked by, there was a house with the door open. There were some skis inside. He probably came down to his house skiing. I was like, ah, crap, my door is not available, so I had to use like some kind of small hatch. It seems pretty crazy.
Oh my goodness! Look at that! Can you imagine living in this house? That is just crazy. People who live here in winter are properly badass.
Yeah, this is the roof here sticking out in the chimney. We're now about at the farthest point, I think, of the hike that we're doing. Well, hike, it's more of a walk actually. Look at this. This is kite surfing, no, not kite surfing, kite skiing paradise. Bunch of people kiting up the mountains here. Some beautiful views, mountains, some tree lines here. Even a church in this valley, it's crazy. I just love how varied these landscapes are and it's how nice it is to walk around here. It gives me so much energy.
And to be honest, more energy, more motivation
is really what we need now.
It's really something that we could use.
Ah, help me! Help me!
Don't be drunk, Queen.
Okay, standing on the road here.
Oh God. I have to say, I didn't really spend too much time thinking, first bit of this walk/hike, that we were going downhill all the time, which was really nice, but the car is still at the same point. So at some point, apparently at this very, very snowy point, we have to get up again.
Alright.
And the leg disappears. So it's very deep here. We have now officially started our ascent of the steep bit. We came from all the way down there where you see those little specks of people next to the church, all the way up this path, and we're moving up from this flat, short flat bit that we're on now, way up to the mountain. It's quite a good walk now. I mean, especially with the snow sinking away beneath your feet. It's a bit like walking up a sand dune. This bit here is especially steep. Made it! Look at that! That is where we were. Woo-hoo!
Yeah.
Bam! Oh.
Nice.
And you see, this is where our days usually start going wrong. With the silly little chores that we've discovered need to be done in a van. Because we just returned from the hike. Thought I'd make a quick cup of coffee to get in some energy. But this morning, before we left, we didn't do the dishes, so we didn't clean the pan we cooked breakfast in, nor the bowls, nor little coffee mugs here. We left the trash here in the sink because we didn't know a place to get rid of it. We wanted to be on time for the hike. We wanted to be up in the mountain pass before the weather started turning on us. But now we come back, we want to get cracking on editing and all sorts of stuff. And now it's like, oh, first we must do the dishes.
If you don't clean up the van.
Not daily and usually several times.
In like 4 hours it starts to look like you're living in a dump, which always like, it's a bit demotivating. And it's like when you're already a little bit low energy and you arrive back, it's like,
and I think that brings us to like the core of the problem that we're sort of been facing lately, is that we've been feeling really low energy.
Yeah.
We've been feeling tired ever since it started when we were in the Arctic.
Yeah.
And we gave ourselves a break there, and we were like, you know, after the van build, it was really rough.
Going up to the Arctic Circle, there was no sunshine at all because it was so cold. We also spent quite a bit of time inside because, yeah, not gonna just stand around outside when it's -20.
We did suffer from the whole no daylight, continuous darkness for several weeks on end will make you really, really tired.
I think the last 2 weeks have improved a lot already. We've been doing more, posting videos regularly, recording videos, doing research.
The thing is, we get up in the morning feeling rather low energy, then we have to do a bunch of chores that we're not too excited about, but you just have to do it if you want to keep this van a space that is suitable for human habitation.
Yeah.
And then by the time those chores are finished, it's well into the afternoon, we feel like we deserve a break because we've been working all morning and sorting out stuff that is not so easy about the practical side of van life. But then we have to start doing the stuff that we actually want, like editing, and we feel like we don't get around to it.
But we're also, I mean, not super disciplined, I guess. We just lose a lot of time in the morning just scrolling at our phones, checking the news, checking Instagram, checking stuff. I think if we would get up in the morning and just start doing stuff immediately, I think it would be better though.
Because we're trying to get back to our previous posting schedule, posting 3 videos a week, which when we still traveled normally without the van was like 1 day of exploring, one day of exploring and filming, 1 day, full day of editing and research for the next video, then 1 day of exploring and filming, 1 day of editing, and we did that 3 times a week. But
that was practically our whole week involved around editing and filming, and now we also have to do lots of chores in between and all that stuff, which, I mean, comes with the van life, but
let's just say we haven't figured it out yet, and our daily routines right now look a lot different from what we would like them to look like. In a way, you could compare living in a van to living in a walk-in closet, if you will. You really love your closet, because when you get behind the wheel of the closet, just bear with me here, you can drive it to pretty much anywhere you want in the world and go exploring, and that's really nice. But also, you do not have water running through your tap automatically unless you keep your water tank full at all times. Because all of our taps are currently empty, hashtag winter weather, we sort of have to take water just by submerging a bottle into our fresh water tank. We ran out of water. I will not be able to do these dishes before we have to leave. We're gonna have to find a spot to refill our tank. I'm just gonna put them in a bag and wait to do them later. You can't just take your trash and put it outside for someone to collect. You have to find a way to drive around in the closet and get rid of the trash as you go, figuring that out in every new spot you drive it to. Not sure if we can use this one, but okay. Oh. Nope, that's locked. No, those are only for the special orange bags. It's only for people living here. Also, since you live in a relatively tiny space, a lot of time is spent cleaning out your closet. Time to empty this baby out. And so begins a 10-hour editing day. A lot of this stuff is probably just related to the way van life is, but we also think that with some proper discipline and an actual routine, we could get ourselves out of the funk that we've slowly worked our way into.
So it's time to make a change and to grab ourselves.
What?
Wait, grab ourselves by the balls. And to really make ourselves do all the stuff we need to do. First thing we're going to do is turn back on the water supply, which has also been a source of frustration both for me and Kim, like doing the dishes and all that stuff, because the water tank was fully frozen from the Arctic Circle, and it took 3 weeks after leaving the Arctic Circle for it to be thawed. But today we're gonna put back on. Hopefully there are no leaks and nothing broke in the Arctic Circle.
It's very windy suddenly. I feel like this door's gonna slap me in the face any moment, or slap you in the face.
Has these locks. Look. Aha!
Oh, safety first. Oh! Well, nothing seems to be leaking here.
Alright, cooking up some veggies here. I got everything out of the fridge. There are veggies and stuff I can use to cook with, so I can see what we need to use and what I'm using. It's cooking up something healthier because I think it will help us as well. And Kim.
Hi there. Could you hand me the towel? Oh, it's so nice to have a shower inside the van and not have to go to a campground and spend like 20 or 30 euros or whatever we used to pay to get a shower.
50 here in Switzerland.
50 here in Switzerland, which we haven't yet, so it's high time for a shower, because just washing up without a proper shower, without like running water properly, that's not real so great with this. Words cannot express how big of a difference a shower made for me today. So, legend has it that these are some traditional, original, mythical Mediterranean vegetables with quinoa. What else do we have on here? Some cherry tomatoes on top, a little bit of feta cheese, and some pumpkin seeds. We healthy that way. Oh, really? Ooh. Oh yeah. The feta is such a good addition to this dish. Lime water. We want to thank you guys for tuning in to this video. Real big thank you for listening to part of our rant. But we are going to try to make ourselves more disciplined and improve our routine a little bit, or a lot of it, hopefully. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a big thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Please hit the subscribe button if you want to see what we actually made good on all those good intentions that we came up with in this video. We shall see you in the next one, where we're gonna go to a new place in Switzerland that is gonna be entirely different from the snowy, cold spots that we've been so far. So we shall see you in the next one.